Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2 we are going to be checking out the PTS, and this time we are going to be looking at the new exotics. We have a new AR, we have a new holster, as well we have a new shotgun, and they are quite fun. There's some good and there's a little bit of bad, but most of the weapons feel really good. So let's get into it. But before we begin, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe, and if you like my video, smash that like button. Really helps. We're a small channel, but we're getting bigger and bigger every day. Alright, so I hope you guys are enjoying the PTS. I spent a little time in the summit, but honestly I've been messing around with these new skills a lot and the new exotics, and a lot of them are fun and in a good shape, and others just need a little work. Otherwise I think they're in a really good place. So let's go ahead and check out the first exotic. Alright, so the first exotic is the Waveform, and this is a holster and it is skill builds all season. So we have 10% skill damage, 12% skill haste, and the talent alternating current, generating a stack of 3% skill damage of one of your skills every second, capping at 10 stacks. After 10 seconds, the cap stack transfers to your other skill, and it just repeats and repeats for infinity. So always start on your left skill. So whatever you plan on using, just put it on your left-handed skill or left side, whatever. So this skill, this talent is really good when we have two skills that we can rotate like every 10 or 15 seconds. Ideally, you would want to use this with a hardwire build, something like you do a seeker, and then on the other hand is a sticky bomb. If you just randomly throw out skills and aren't paying attention to this buff, this talent really isn't going to work that well for you, and it's really not going to benefit you at all. Honestly, if you have trouble like using your skills when your buff is up, I would just pick a different one. But if you can and you have a build that works in this niche, you are gonna get crazy damage. The amount of damage you get from seekers or just sticky bombs or any of those other skills that you can spam when you need it. Now let's hop over and take a look at the weapons. So we're gonna take a look at the Capacitor first. Now this is the new AR that you get from doing 5 milestones inside the summit. It's really easy to get done. You're gonna be able to get this done like the first day. It's not gonna be like Ridgeways where it's going to take forever and a real grind. This is gonna be a really easy AR to get, but it's kind of sad and a letdown, and we'll get into that. So it comes with 15% assault rifle damage, 12% damage to armor. As far as I'm concerned, there's no AR that comes with that much damage to armor, and 9.5% health damage. And the talent is Capacitant. Shooting enemies builds stacks of a cap up to 50. Each stack grants 1% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 per second. So you just need to keep shooting, and for each skill tier, you gain 5% weapon damage. Now it sounds good, so we're going to get 50% skill damage and 30% weapon damage. Well, that's already better than in sync, but it really doesn't work that way. This gun is a very low RPM gun. Now this gun, you're going to have trouble hitting 20 to 30 stacks consistently. Yeah, you will be able to do it, but in my opinion, you are better off just going with the test subject, which is the, let me pull it up, which is the named item, and it comes with perfectly in sync, still the same rate of fire. And honestly, I switched over to a carbine 7 and I was doing more damage with that, just running either future perfect or running with in sync, even though a regular in sync is only what, like 30 skill damage and 30 weapon damage, and I was still out damaging it. So they definitely need to fix that. Either we stack skill damage faster or just put on a different gun, which they're not going to do, but hopefully they fix this somehow, because it is just not worth wasting your exotic slot at this moment. Like I said, if you were going to look for an insync talent, pick up a fast fired AR and re-roll it, or just pick up the Harmony. You get 40% skill damage, same thing, perfect in sync, same thing. So I would just go with that instead of this, because it just doesn't feel good, and it just doesn't do enough damage to warrant using it in an exotic slot. Alright, now we have our last exotic. We have the Scorpio shotgun. Now this shotgun is quite fun. There's a little downsides. I think they just need to fix the way it stacks in the talents, but let's get into this. So it comes with 12% damage to armor, 10% critical hit damage, and of course the shotgun damage. Now the talent is Septic Shock. Shooting a target applies a stack of venom, which lasts for 10 seconds, and it's really easy to keep this up and you're not going to have a problem. Increasing stacks add more severe debuffs to the target. 1 as a poison, 3 as a disorient, 6 as a shock, and 7, you take 20% extra damage from all sources. Now in PvP, it does a little something different. It's not a disorient or a shock. It's something else because it would just be way too overpowered. Now, great thing about this, although it's not per pellet, it is per shot. So you could shoot 2 or 3 enemies and put that poison stack all on top of them. But I had trouble killing elites. Like when I compare it to my Tsunami, which is not that great of a roll, but I just love that talent, perfect pummel, and it just destroys. Now this, I was having trouble, and the fact that you have to get all the way up to 7 stacks just to get that 20% damage, that should be somewhere like in the middle. They need to move these stacks around. Like we should get 20% damage like on the 3rd, because by the time you're at 7 shots, if you were dealing with the Chunga and using this in a PvE situation, he's already dead, and that's a waste. And we're not running into that many Chungas, so let's say we're running into elites. Elite is usually dead by the 4th or 5th shot, and we are never making it to our 7th shot. So I hope they adjust that, move the 20% damage around. Otherwise, the gun feels really good, and it's really fun to play. When you see all those poisons and all that CC going now, it's fun, but I really never found a chance really to get to 7 unless I went to the targeting range and just unloaded. Other than that, like, I really have no qualms about this gun, and it is quite amazing. And that's all we really got for our exotics. Now, if you guys stepped in the PTS, let me know how you feel about the new exotics. Capacitor was a letdown. I was really looking forward to it. I just wish it was a higher RPM. And then when we come with the waveform, it is really good for certain builds, not for every build, but for certain builds it will work really good. Those hardwired, those seekers, all that. And then we have the Scorpio, which I love, and I am starting to fall in love with shotguns. You should really try out a Hunter's Fury shotgun build. It is better than any SMG build, at least in the fun factor. It's quite engaging, quite fun, and you just push, you know, just blowing heads off. Alright guys, that's it. I have more tutorials, I have build videos. Go ahead and check out my channel. I'll leave a link, end card, something like that. If you made it all the way through, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.